So hello friends, welcome to EduTap again. So in the toppers interview series, today we have with us rank 128 of UPSC EPFO AOEO examination, Mr. Shubham Pathak. So Shubham, welcome to EduTap, and I
Thank you.
congratulate you on the behalf of Team EduTap for achieving this milestone.
Thank you, sir.
So Shubham,
Many
first,
thanks.
thank you, Shubham. So Shubham, first of all, do let me know that what was your first reaction after seeing your name in the holy PDF?
Oh, sir, it was just, I was so overjoyed. It was such a good moment. And luckily, I was with my family at that point of time. It was Raksha Bandhan. So I was surrounded by all my family. Even my wife recorded video of my reaction. So
Okay,
definitely, sir, I was really very, very happy.
great. So, Shubham, kindly tell us a brief background about you, your educational qualification, your
Mm,
working experience, if you have any.
yes, sir. I am Shubham Pathak. I hail from Sitapur, Uttar Pradesh. I did my schooling from Sacred Heart Inter College, Sitapur, both high school and intermediate. Thereafter, I did my BTech in mechanical engineering from HPTI Kanpur. From there, I was placed in Hero Motocorp Limited in Gurgaon, where I worked for around 3.5 years. Later on, I cleared this Rashtriya Ispat Nigam Limited recruitment examination and joined here as management trainee. Since 2018, I have been working here continuously. Uh, till now, I am employed in this job itself. It is a public sector undertaking, Navratna PSU. Uh, and meanwhile, in the interregnum, I have been preparing also for the civil services exams and whatever UPSC exams they are being conducted. So that's a short introduction, sir.
Okay, okay. So, did you face any hardship while preparing for this examination? Since this examination had a long process of more than 2.5 year, right? So, did you face any hardship, and how did you keep yourself motivated during this entire process?
Yes, that definitely is a point because the notification came in January 2020,
Right.
and the process is almost taking full 2 years, 2.5 years.
Yeah.
So definitely to keep oneself motivated was a big factor in this exam because the exam which was initially scheduled to be held in October 2020, it was held in September 2021, and the interview also, uh, as if we thought UPSC is doing some stepmotherly treatment with us, and they took a interview this year in July. So definitely, sir, somewhat hardship means in the sense you have to always remain in touch with the current affairs. You have to always be in touch with the whatever is going on in the society, in the this around in surroundings, and you have to continuously remain in touch with polity, current affairs, modern Indian history. All these subjects I had to keep revising in the mean whatever time I was getting after coming from the job.
Okay. So, Shubham, if I talk about, then there are always few things which are behind the success of everyone, right? So if I ask you three things which have helped you reach here, so what are those three things?
Uh, Sir, first and foremost thing is the never give up attitude. Actually, if you are determined enough for something, then you will definitely achieve it. And I think I am fortunate enough that I am having that attitude of never give up. Secondly, sir, my family, my parents, my wife, my sister, they have always been so much cooperative. And the third thing, I'd say that there is no alternative to hard work. You will have to take out time from your busy schedules, and you will have to give time for studies if you want to do something better.
Right. So very well said, Shubham. So if I talk about this examination specifically, so what do you think? How much overall time you think is required for the preparation of this examination?
So I think uh, 6 months is pretty enough for clearing the written examination if
Okay.
you have somewhat background. in preparation of these general studies, then 6 months is enough for preparing those 3 special subjects required by this exam. That is industrial relations and labor laws, social security, and laws of accounting.
Okay. So Shubham, if I talk about then preparation while working is quite a difficult task, right? So since you have been working since very long, so how did you manage the preparation along with working?
Yes, sir. Mm, that's that is the thing. I have been constantly doing something, some more studies going on daily. I tried not to skip it, and on the weekends, mostly you cannot say that I am getting weekends because I am having a 6-day week and off in between the week. It's not always on the Sunday or Saturday. Sometimes on Monday itself, Tuesday also. And I was working in shifts job, means 1 week other shift, the other week other shift, and so on. So yes, in I did try to prepare some charts, some timetables, and did prepare accordingly, sir.
So guys, those aspirants who are preparing for any examination, they can learn from Mr. Shubham that if you are working, right, then also you can clear any examination provided you have determination to do preparation for that examination. Though he had not any fixed routine with respect to the working conditions, he had multiple shifts also. He had weekends. He had week off during any days of the week, but still he had made some timetable and religiously followed it. And here you can see that he had secured rank 128 in this examination. So very well done, Shubham. I'm really proud of hearing all these things which you are saying here. So
Thank you, sir.
Shubham, if I talk about sources play a very crucial role for the preparation of any examination, right? So what were the sources which you have referred for this examination?
Sir, I did purchase this uh, EPFO EO course launched by EduTap, and I definitely religiously followed it for these 3 different subjects. Those special subjects which were demanded by this exam: industrial relations, social security, and accounting laws. And I would say that some hither sources also from the YouTube I have referred somewhat. And this newspaper I am always reading, this the Hindu newspaper, the editorials I am reading, and some magazines also, such as Pratyogita Darpan and all. These also I constantly refer to. And whatever for the rest of the subjects, I have referred from my notes which I have already prepared for these general studies. These were the sources. And for accounting, I would say that I have prepared for this RBI Grade B exam also through EduTap itself.
Okay.
So definitely, I had some better understanding of that subject.
Okay. So Shubham, if I talk about, then you have prepared for civil services also, right? But those three components, general accounting principles, IR and labor laws, and social security, these components are not the part of civil services curriculum, right? So how did you
Yes,
prepare these components? Though you have referred our material, but how did you prepare from that material for specifically these three components?
yes, sir. For this IR and labor laws, some comprehensive videos have been uploaded by EduTap, and sir had explained many things, and they definitely went into very deep. And I was able to get a good understanding for these labor laws, and they also taught us about the new labor codes itself. How, although they were not asked in the examination, but we were quite prepared about it also. For accounting, I've already told you that during this RBI Grade B preparation, also I have purchased these courses from EduTap and prepared from there itself. And in this EPFO course also, you have taught us well. And social security for the same thing, through EduTap videos, their summary sheets, all those things I have downloaded and kept referring them in the meanwhile in the interregnums.
So did you find these things useful for your examination?
Yes, sir, definitely. I would say with conviction that these things were quite useful for the examination.
Okay, Shubham, so if we talk about daily study plan, so did you have any daily study plan, or you were just studying randomly?
Sir, I did try to prepare these daily study plans, but I have already told you that sometimes I used to go in morning, sometimes in evening, and sometimes in night also into the job. So definitely I did prepare these plans, but it was not stick to a time schedule. But it was fixed that I had to study at least 2 hours, 2.5 hours daily. I had to give it, and I followed it, not religiously, but definitely I did try to
Yeah.
follow it.
Great. So, Shubham, if we talk about current affairs, so current affairs always a crucial part of any examination. So, what were the sources which you have referred for current affairs for this examination, and how did you refer multiple sources, or you have referred only single any single source?
No, sir. For current affairs, I have referred multiple sources, such as the Hindu analysis. I am already always watching, and I'm reading the newspaper itself, editorials. Through YouTube, also, I have been watching various videos which were related to current affairs. Some shorts videos which were uploaded by EduTap. They were also, I was referring to them also. Uh, and through news, through tidbits news, they were also that also I was watching. Since I was somewhat involved into the civil services preparation, so yes, I was continuously involved with some current affairs, day in and day out. I was always in touch with them.
Okay. So Shubham, preparation is a kind of different thing, but if when it comes to revision, so revision is quite a different task because we revise the things whenever exam approaches, right? So how did you manage your revision? Have you prepared any separate notes or highlighted notes? So what were your strategy with respect to the revision part?
Yes, sir. Actually this exam, which was earlier scheduled to be in October, it was held in September. So this time lag was a big one, because we were preparing somewhat for that October examination, and later on when we got to get the news and all the COVID and all these things going on in the meanwhile. So yes, I did prepare the notes. I had the general studies notes prepared earlier itself, and for these things I prepared separate notes for IR, for accounting, and for social security. I prepared separate notes and revised them thoroughly. At least 1.5 months I kept only for revision in
Okay.
September, in August 2021.
Okay. So if we talk about test series, so mock test always play a crucial role, right? So did you join any mock test? And if you joined, then whether they were useful for you or not?
So truly speaking, I did not join any mock test.
Okay.
I was giving these the mock test for service prelims through some sources, and yes, I did give these mock interviews conducted by EduTap for the interview sessions. Uh, Mock test I did not do.
Okay. Okay. For recruitment test, you did not join any mock test, right? Okay. So if I talk about syllabus specifically, so which component you found most difficult for you?
I think, sir, being from an engineering background, this general accounting principles was definitely a challenging area,
Okay.
because it was totally new for me, and I did have to work hard for this subject, for getting a proper understanding, and for understanding the various laws, various provisions, various uh, these things in account.
Okay. So Shubham, if we talk about interview, right? So we have discussed about the recruitment test sources. Now, if we move towards interview, so there can be multiple areas from where questions can be framed in interview. Like it can be from HR, it can be from current affairs, it can be from the organization for which we are appearing for. It can be the theoretical portion, whatever mentioned in the syllabus. So what were the areas which have been covered in your interview?
Sir, my interview was mostly focused on my job specific. It was specifically related to my job experience.
Okay.
It was much related to the present job and somewhat related to my previous job. They asked a lot of questions about my present job, which I am presently in, working as deputy manager in Visakhapatnam Steel Plant. And they also asked quite a few questions about my experience in Hero Motocorp, where I worked as an auditor, supplier quality auditor. It was mostly focused on these areas.
So didn't they ask anything
And
about EPFO?
yes, yes, one member, yes, there were 4 members, one chairman and 3 other members. One member was asking about EPFO, and he also asked me about these pollution norms, environment. These related questions were also there. 2 members kept asking me about my experience.
Okay. So was your interview panel cordial or they were harsh on you?
No, sir, they were very cordial. They definitely treated me very well, and they were ready to hear what you are saying. They were not actually interrupting or anything like that. It was a very cordial board, I would say.
Okay. So if we talk about duration of interview, so what was the total duration of your interview?
So it was around 20 to 25 minutes.
Okay. So Shubham, suppose if a question is asked to you, right, being an interview candidate, so if suppose you do not know the answer, so whether you should make a blind guess or you should specifically say that, sir, I do not know, I'll definitely read about it. And so what should be the approach with respect to these kind of things?
Sir, I think that one should not bluff definitely. Should not make a wild guess. What I think, such 2 3 questions were there which I did not know. So I definitely told them straight away that I would look deep into it, get a read, again read about it. Uh, in my opinion, that they are very much experienced members, and they can catch you if you are going here and there and just bluffing something. So I think that there should not be any wild guess. And even if you want to take a guess, then please take some permission that I am having some little knowledge about it. So should I go on with it or not? Like that, what I feel.
Okay, right. So if we talk about mock interview program, so you have told me that you have joined the EduTap's mock interview program, right? So
Yes.
did you find that useful for your actual interview?
Yes, definitely. It was very much useful, sir. In that interview, I was not able to answer some of the questions, and it definitely showed me a mirror at that point of time that I need to be thorough through these current affairs topics, through these detailing. They talked about that, the interviewer talked about these new labor laws questions, and 1 or 2 questions I was not able to answer. So I definitely got into detail into it, and that interview definitely helped me, sir, for sure.
Okay. So Shubham, any message you want to give to the future aspirants?
uh, I would say that consistency and hard work is the only key. Even if you are failing, please stick to your preparation, keep going, don't give up, and always keep trying. I think the destiny definitely takes you some very good point where you actually want to go.
So guys, those who are preparing for any examination, not specifically this examination, so you can learn from the journey of Mr. Shubham Pathak that you should not give up ever. You should not give up ever. Rather, you should be determined. Whatever you want to aspire for, you should keep on learning, keep on doing that preparation, be in the process itself of learning. So that will definitely give you some positive result, right, later on in the future. So thank you, Shubham. Thank you very much from the entire team of EduTap, and we wish you all the very best. And thank you very much for sharing your insights and giving the guidance to the future aspirants.
Thank you, sir. Many thanks.
Thank you, Shubham.